What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from the Valley Garage, and today we are starting the second part 2 of the teardown of the CR85. This is, if you don't know or didn't see the other videos, it's the my attempt of rebuilding and redoing a restoration from the ground up of a bike. A little bit of history: the bike was blown up. I got it for like 800 bucks. I rebuilt the motor, and now we're working on the frame. So the first part was to get this way, and now the second part is to get all the way down, stripped down completely. I got my tent set up outside, though it's hard to see. Gonna sandblast the entire frame, and we're gonna Cerakote the frame white. A stark white, a throwback to the 80s, or 80s, late 80s, early 90s. I got all old school looking stickers from way back when, so we're gonna trick this CR85 like a mid 94, 95 build. And so that's it. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so when it comes to tearing down anything Honda, anything metric, you're going to need your basic tools. You're going to grab a rail of probably an 8, 10, 12, 14, 17 mil sockets. Probably not going to use Allen keys. Deep and shallow, like me. I'm kidding. So you're going to get some deep sockets, some shallows, you know, pretty good wrench. And, you know, you might need a Phillips or a screwdriver or a hex later on, but for the most part, everything is 8, 10, you know, another 8. That's probably like a 17. See if it's a 17, 16, 17. No. 19. 19. Basic stuff like that. Oh, you also grab yourself a plier and to help pry pins and things like that. And that's basically it. You just go to town, take pictures, okay? Ziploc baggie with your Sharpies. That's what I do, you know, as I go along. So I take pictures. Whether I use them or not, it's always good to document the direction of how things go. You know, some of it, I want to say it's self-explanatory if you've never taken a bike apart, but when you do and you start working on it, you get familiarized with things and it becomes easier over time. So someone asks, well, how do you start? How do you know what to do? Well, when you start, nobody knows what to do, right? You just start, you just do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
And when you do it, you learn it and you figure it out and things go easier. You know, don't take your brake apart all the way. Then you're gonna have to deal with brake fluid type thing. I've already drained the radiator. Actually, I didn't have to drain it. The whole thing, the kid before me burnt it out. So, yeah, that's cooked. For electronics, go ahead. I got myself some electronic cleaner. You could just spray the ever-living piss out of electronical stuff, and that fast dries quickly and easily and takes care of that. Might be interesting getting the bearings all out. I'm gonna coat this. I'm gonna have to take this all apart, but we'll figure it out when we get there. The bars, keep your electronics together. Your foot pegs, it's gonna be a pin. Pry it out, pop it out. The whole spring assembly comes out. I think I'm gonna upgrade these anyways, so some stuff I'm gonna keep, some stuff I'm not. Here's your crank. Look at that, how it's bent. Well, there's your problem. So I had to take the whole motor apart just to repair this piece. That's supposed to be straight. It ain't. That's why it seized. The kid ride to this had no coolant, no oil. He just kick-started it and went. And metal on metal, everything expanded. It got tweaked. We had a baffle strike, a chip blew out the side of the piston head here, found itself to the bottom of the motor, and when the crank just went, it can't go anymore at full speed, it locked up. And the kid probably went over the bars or something. Stopped so fast, he actually broke the chain. He's like, I got this bike, you wanna buy it? I say, yeah. And he's like, this is it. I'm like, you have any paperwork? He said, no. He's like, you want this chain? It's broken. And I was like, sure, kid. I'll take the chain from you, okay? So, there it is. Anyway.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Man, well, I'm gonna listen to my own tunes because copyright infringement, but sit back, relax, listen to some pre-made YouTube mix as we pull this thing apart.
So anyways, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
And and you know about the bird. Everybody know that the bird is the word. Okay. All right, ADD's kicking in. Let me just get started with this thing and enjoy. Peace. Whoa! We did it! We are down to the frame. The next part, I'll have to wash this, clean it up, and get the sand blasting. But I hope you liked that episode. Just the frame and all. And these little pieces I'll clean up later on. I already rebuilt the motor, so this is gonna be very, very easy. Whew, it's been so hot in this freaking house. We've been on a third heat wave. And a fourth one's coming next week, but it's actually very cool out and there's no insulation. I just get the sun beating on this garage, so it's almost impossible to work. But in the cooler days, middle of winter or the middle of summer, suck. Got spring and fall, best time of year, nice and cool. But like I said, that's today's episode. We're down. I hope you enjoyed that. My hands are greasy. Normally I bop the camera, but wouldn't be the same without. Peace!